Playo.tv live broadcasting.
We're not far away from the semifinal in the 2018 Men's European Softball Championship. This game between the Czech Republic and the Netherlands, the winner of it will go directly to tomorrow's final at 6 p.m. The loser will have one extra game to play tomorrow afternoon against Denmark, who just defeated Great Britain earlier this afternoon. So, these two teams, of course, played earlier today, and it was somewhat of an unexpected result. The Netherlands with a big 11-7 win. Sorry, 11-6. In a moment, we're going to have the player introductions. But Dan, what do you think about this game coming up now? What can we expect, considering what we just saw earlier?
Well, the Dutch team, understandably, is basically staying with the same lineup. A few minor position swaps and changes, but we'll see the same players who won earlier today. Big changes in the Czech squad, and we'll get to see Michal Bala, who's been very solid pitching this tournament. Comes in with a 1.40 ERA, 237 batting average against, and has 18 strikeouts in 10 innings. So we'll see how the Dutch respond to his pitching. One big change is Svoboda goes from shortstop to designated player. Matos Castle taking over at shortstop. Yuji Nezbeda is going to right field. And Myrtle slips behind the plate. David Myrtle, who is playing second base before, goes to behind the plate. So we'll see some new faces too in the lineup with Castle and Petr at second base, Tomáš Petr, who's hitting 500 this tournament, sat out the first game.
Well, yeah, obviously this game, there's a lot more riding on it, especially for the Czechs. They knew they were going to be in this game regardless of the outcome of that earlier. So I think they're taking a bit different strategy into this one.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe they had some players rested. Although that first game, it looked like they were one hit away from breaking it open in the early going. And then they jumped out to a 2-0 lead, 3-0, and then the Dutch just chipped away at it, ended up tying it midway through the game and going ahead by a combination of timely hits and errant play by the Czechs. But we'll also be seeing Jeroen Mulder pitching, who's been absolutely outstanding this tournament for the Dutch. He's pitched 11 2/3 innings with 26 strikeouts, no runs allowed, and a .057 batting average. So this is undoubtedly the ace of the Dutch staff that the Czechs are going to have to beat if they're going to get through in this tournament.
Well, we're just seeing some of the players on the field now, and it looks like we're getting a look at some of the Dutch players now. We saw some pictures of some of the Czech players. We see the fans coming in. We're getting a little more. There are definitely more people going to be here at tonight's game than there were this afternoon's. And you can feel it. The lights are on, and it looks like we're ready for a show tonight.
It's a great atmosphere for baseball. Great weather all day. But right now, absolutely no wind, no shadows, and light play on the mound. So perfect day, perfect evening for baseball, softball.
These players, you can see them now, the Czech players, and we can see the other players as well. It looks like they can barely wait to get going. They want to get going in this game.
Yeah. After a long day of playing and watching, everybody I think is anticipating this as being the top billing game of the evening.
Okay, so we're now going to have the lineups of the two teams, followed by the national anthems.
Welcome you to the game where the Czech Republic and the Netherlands met. The first game, the Netherlands won. Dámy a pánové, nechte mě prosím představit line-up hostujícího týmu Čechů. Let me introduce the line-up of the Czech national team. První pálka s číslem 99 Václav Svoboda. Druhý pálka s číslem 4 David Mertl. Třetí pálka s číslem 77 Patrik Kopečný. Čtvrtý pálka s číslem 19 Tomáš Klein. Pátý pálka s číslem 56 Matouš Kasal. Šestý pálka s číslem 32 Michal Kolů. Sedmý pálka s číslem 2 Tomáš Petr. Pálka s číslem 78 Jiří Nespera. Devátý pálka s číslem 11 Jiří Korčák. Na hlavním proudu se nám představí Michal Kolů s číslem 68. Na střídečce s číslem 30 Jonáš Mák, číslem 8 Marek Joska, číslem 20 Petr Krejla, číslem 6 Lukáš Fiala, číslem 30 Daniel Černoch a číslem 2 Martin Turek. Realizační tým pan Tomáš Kusí, pan Jaroslav Jurčák a pan Jakub Kopřiva. The team of Netherlands, who is acting number 6, Quincy Jones. Second batter, number 19, Lenzik Polonius. Third batter, number 14, Holger Klikov. Third batter, 20, Enrique Javier. Fifth batter, number 3, Daniel Kulas. The sixth batter, number 1, Aaron Lauren. The seventh batter, number 22, Anton Momo. And the pitcher, Holger, 35. On the bench are Ron 53, 27 Martin Biot. On the 24, Rosa Joe. On the 58, Matthew Chilton. On the 38, Andrew Greenton. Me, Cleveland, and Ron Dix. The coaches are Quentin Rose, Ben Costan, and Marlon Comencia. Dámy a pánové, prosím, postaňte, zahrají národní hymny. Dámy a pánové, prosím, postaňte při poslechu národní hymny. Ještě představíme rozhodčí now the blue crew. At the home plate, Jens Jakobsen. The first base, Frank Lottier. And the third base, Thomas Warner. We need to wait for the live broadcasting with the anthems.
Well, the Czech Republic look ready for this game. They'll be batting first in this game. As we see there over at third base, the Dutch team getting ready to go out, and here is the defensive alignment. As you mentioned earlier, pretty much the same as we saw earlier today, but with a couple of changes, notably Javier at first base and Beaumont behind the plate.
Well, Beaumont should be well rested. He was just a designated player last game, so no playing in the field. Of course, Lopin's back, Lauren's back at third base, and he was the man of the hour last game. He started off his pitching and then was able to hold the Czech team to 3 runs. Came out in the third inning, went to third base, made some nice plays at third, made a towering home run to left field to get the Dutch team on the board, and then was very, very active on the base paths, got on base 2 or 3 more times, and scored a number of runs. It seemed like everywhere you looked in the first game, Derek, it was Lawrence who was making some play or starting some rally.
Absolutely, and I think maybe the only thing is the Dutch hope he didn't use everything up in that game and leave nothing for today. Or tonight, rather. Getting a look at Mulder warming up. A rather imposing figure in the pitching circle.
Well, Mulder is undoubtedly their ace. He hasn't been challenged yet this tournament. Svoboda coming up.
Yep. Well, this game is in the Czech Republic. And look, the Netherlands is the home team in this game. The Czechs batting first. Svoboda batting first. He led off the game well earlier today, too.
Oh, yeah, he's got a hot bat. He's hitting over 600 this tournament. Moved from shortstop to the designated player today. Had a few problems at shortstop earlier today, but they can't afford to take his bat out of the lineup.
Here comes the first pitch from Mulder. And it's low for ball 1. Didn't miss by much. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Nice action on that off-speed pitch. Dropped right out of the zone. Mulder looks quite intimidating there with those sunglasses.
That one's low, 2-1.
Very low. That was almost a 10-meter fastball.
In there for a strike, 2-2. And that one's hit. Will it stay fair? No, it is foul. But
long run for the right fielder. A wrap. No chance to catch that ball. It just tailed away from him. But a nice swing on the ball by Svoboda.
Yeah, I think if it had stayed fair, he would have had a chance to catch it. But Svoboda going the other way with that one. Right down the right field line.
He took an outside pitch there.
He goes to the same side again, and it's going to be foul on the first base side again. This time out of play and not quite the distance.
2 straight outside fastballs. We'll see if Mulder's going to come in with something inside now.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So after a couple of long fouls, Mulder gets the first out of the game.
Nice pitch up and away out of the strike zone. It's exactly what you want to do in that count.
So David Mertel, designated player last game, behind the plate now today.
Well, they need his bat. They need his bat, his power. He's got 6 home runs this tournament. One of the leaders, if not the leader in home runs.
He's one of those players in the first game, they got a series of hits right at the beginning. It looked like they were going to blow the game open in the first period, first inning. Ground ball to shortstop. Dijkhoff over to Javier for the out, 2 away.
Mulder's got to like that first pitch swinging by Mertel. Get easy ground ball to the shortstop.
So Kopechny now, as the top of the order, is pretty much the same as it was before, and that either hit the umpire's head. Yeah, it did hit the off the umpire's mask. And considering that happened, he seems surprisingly okay.
Rattled around the cage for a while.
Yeah, he got his bell rung there. He's talking to the Dutch coach now. Putting his glasses back on.
Looks like he's okay, good to go.
Well, we've seen a few things behind the plate today.
A couple of umpires are going to have some sore shoulders after today's foul balls.
Some umpires, some catchers, and I guess that's par for the course. The 1-0 from Mulder. Hit down the first base line and into right field. Rapp feeling that one. Konechny's going to second, slides in with a double. So a 2-out double for Patrick Kopechny.
Oh, he was thinking double right off the bat. Outfield playing deep like that on him, and he can run, he can fly on those bases. 2 outs, no question he's going into second base on that. Great decision, and not even really a close play at second base.
Take another look at that then. As the left-handed hitter pulling that one, whereas Svoboda was going the opposite field with his. Now Klein with a runner at second base and 2 out.
Rapp made a clean play on that. He didn't bubble at all. He fielded the ball and threw it into second base, but Kopechny has had a head of steam and beat the throw with ease.
Goes back up the middle, back to center field, off the fence. It's Delfino with the ball into second base, stand-up double and an RBI for Klein. Czech strike first, up 1-0.
Well, 2-out rally here. You got to like that against a pitcher of Mulder's caliber. That was an absolute laser beam off the bat of Klein. Center fielder looked like he was going to go back and try to make a play. Delfino turned around like he was going to make a play, but the ball was just too fast. Got to the wall before he did.
And the fans really into it now. And with Casal batting now, who we didn't see earlier today, as we get another look at that hit over the head of Delfino in center field.
That ball is just rifled. Casal's having a good tournament. He's 4 for 12.
Takes high ball 1. As we mentioned, he was rested in the game earlier today, although this game considerably more important for the Czechs. In there for a strike, 1-1.
Nice off speed there.
Well, the fans a lot more into it than they were this afternoon, and that's even taking into account. And there's another hit. Left field could be trouble. In on it is Jones with a sliding catch. Well, and that is a big catch, saved a run.
It certainly did. That was a big time. Took one step back, tried to get a read on that ball, and then came racing in, made a nice sliding catch. Quincy Jones there in left field.
So a 2-out rally gives the Czechs the first run of the game, as we're getting another look at that catch by Jones. or and of course we'll say that of course that is a big run, scoring in the first inning. Let's remember though, earlier today the Czechs scored twice in the first inning and actually looked like they were going to score a lot more than that. We're up 3-0, but things changed quickly after that, so as big of a run it is, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
That's right, but it was a different kind of first inning. They could have gotten a lot more runs in that first inning earlier today, and this was a 2-out rally. 2-out rally is always good for demoralizing your opponent.
Now, Dan, as you said earlier, quite a few defensive changes for the Czechs as we're getting a look at right now. This is quite different from what we saw earlier today.
Tomáš Petr at second base, Myrtle behind the plate, and Nezbeda takes over in right field.
And of course, this guy, Michal Bala, was not in action earlier today either.
Well, we'll see what Bala has. 18 strikeouts in 10 innings. Although the opponents do have the best batting average against him out of all the Czech pitchers at .237.
There's Quincy Jones. He is going to be the leadoff hitter. We just saw him make a great catch in left field, and we'll see if he can, as he's getting, looks like hypnotized by his bat. We'll see if he can carry that momentum into the plate.
See what kind of strategy the Dutch here have to approach Bala with, whether they're going to be patient or they'll be first ball hitting. Bala's issued 3 walks in 10 innings work, so not the easiest thing in the world to get a walk off of him.
So the first offering from Bala to Jones. Big cut and a strike. Oh, and 2.
Jones at 250 in this tournament.
Three pitches, 3 swings, 3 misses. Down goes Jones.
Well, it was up, up, and up higher. Started him off with a low fastball, then a little higher, and then even a little bit higher after that.
Well, now we've got Polonius, the second baseman. He had a pretty good day defensively and at the plate as well earlier today. And he hits that one into left field. That could be trouble. That's just fair, just inside the line. He's going to go for 2 and stands up with a double.
Again, first pitch swinging that pays off this time. A little rope down the left field line, just fair. And there was no doubt he was going to try for 2 and make it, especially with the ball tailing into foul ground.
Good effort there by Koluk to prevent that from going into the corner, because that could be even more than a double. Eldrik Dijkhoff. I'm about to say he had a big game earlier, but a lot of these guys for the Netherlands had big games earlier today. He takes a strike.
He played a solid shortstop as well.
Get a good look at Kopechny in center field. The back up the middle goes through, and that's going to score a run. In comes Polonius, and we've got a tied game as Dijkhoff comes through with an RBI single.
Well, again, some first pitch hitting, not waiting for the at-bat to get deep into the count. They're going, they're aggressive, they're swinging at the ball. They see it in the zone. Nice try by Tomáš Petr at second base there just to keep the ball in the infield, but gets through.
And there's another hit to right field, caught. They're going to try to double up at first base, not in time. That was Javier. Hit into right field to Nesbeta.
Nesbeta played him just perfect, was playing shallow, so was able to get to that ball. Otherwise, that would have dropped in for even more troubles for the Czech team. See it again here.
Again, another.
Look how shallow. Nope, that's the center fielder. Nope, other player. Move over. Nope.
So with 2 outs, Kvas is the batter. Emio Kvas. Kvas was playing first base earlier and is the designated player today, this evening.
He's hitting 273 for the series.
One hopper, back to Bala. He's going to take the out at first to retire the sides. But the Czechs score once in the top half of the first. The Dutch answer in the bottom half. And we've got 1-1 after 1 inning.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
So Jeroen Mulder getting ready for his second inning of work. Got hit a bit in the first inning, but escaped with only 1 run and comes back to work with his team back even. Michal Kolusz now, the left fielder. We saw him need to go into foul ground to field a ball there in the bottom of the first.
Oh, he's had a really good tournament, hitting over 400 for the tournament, and we saw some really good at-bats. Time is called. Looks like there's a conference on the mound, on the pitching circle.
Well, I don't know if he's got some kind of medical problem, Mulder here, but it looks like one of the coaches is concerned with something.
The trainer's coming out to take a look at it. Looks like his right hand, maybe a blister. Nope, it's his knee.
I don't know, there's a need of some emergency tailoring here. I don't know if this could take some time now.
Oh, it's definitely, it's the left knee.
I'm not sure how long they can take to tend to something like this.
It looks like it's he's massaging the area behind the left knee.
That was just one pitch, or sorry, 2 pitches that he's thrown in the inning so far. It leads me to believe that when he was in the dugout this past inning, there's some talk about it, and the fact that they're out here so soon would suggest that they said something to the effect of, let's go out there and see how you feel this inning, maybe.
Looks like he's going to try to at least throw a few practice pitches, but there's so much stress on the knees delivering these pitches that if it's not at least 90% okay, it's going to be a hard time continuing in this game.
Well, if he's not okay to pitch, they can always put him in center field. Apparently that works.
We saw that earlier today with the Brits.
So, well.
And no practice pitches. Okay, so they go right into.
Tomasz Petr now up to bat, second baseman. The count is 1-1, and that one's in the dirt, 2-1, and that did. I don't know if the knee had any effect on the fact that that one went into the dirt, but. Oh, it's still Koluch up to bat. We had the, I'll just blame the graphics guy on that one. 2-2 anyway to Koluch. A low ground ball to Lorenz at third base, over to first for the out. So Lorenz looking like he could be just as sharp as he was earlier, and that's a good sign for the Dutch, although that was a fairly routine play.
And Mulder, judging by the expression on Mulder's face, he's in some pain. I'd be surprised if he goes, and he may finish out this inning, but be very surprised if he comes out here for the third inning.
And that pitch is low for a ball. Then the question becomes, what do the Dutch have available to them to pitch this game? Two and 0. Three and 0.
Tomasz Petr hitting 500 this tournament, 7 for 14.
And he draws a 4-pitch walk, so that won't change at all. We saw earlier today Nick Nieuwenhuizen pitch brilliantly. You know, he's available, but how much could he pitch today?
The Czechs had a lot of problem with him today.
So Jiří Nezbeda takes high, ball 1. 2-0. Nezbeda was playing third base earlier today, now playing right field. We've seen him in action already in the bottom of the first inning, out in right field. Two and 1.
Late call strike there.
gets inside for a ball. So 2 straight walks issued by Mulder. With 1 away here in the second.
Brings up Kopchak, Yuji Kopchak. Also hitting 400 for the season, for the series. Mulder still testing that leg out. Infield around him. Nobody's warming up.
Well, this has got to be a concern for the Dutch team. I would think, I would assume he was the guy they were saving for this game tonight.
Now time is being called. This is the second timeout. It looks like they're going to make a change now.
Well, they are judging by the fact that Beaumont, or rather Javier, is coming into the dugout. They are making some changes. And look who it is. It is Nieuwenhuizen.
Nieuwenhuizen again. Well, the Czechs can't be they must be happy to see Mulder leave, but they can't be overly happy to see Nieuwenhuizen come in and in relief. They had absolutely no success, very little success. They did have 2 runs in the last inning against him, but this is a man who dominated the Czech team for about 4 innings into the earlier game today.
I guess that one of the questions is how many innings can they expect to get from him today?
That's a very good point. He seemed to be tiring in the first game as well when he gave up those 2 runs in the last inning.
So the fact that we saw Javier go from first base, I wonder if he's putting catching gear on now, because he was catching earlier today. No, he's just, no, I don't think there's any other changes that I can see. I think it's just a straight substitution here.
It looks like Javier was just getting something in the dugout, back at first base. So Nieuwenhuizen comes in with runners at first and second.
Right, and 1 out, with Korczak up to bat. He gets the outside corner for a strike.
Korczak has some pop in his bat. He's hit a home run this tournament.
He's the number 9 hitter on the team. Back to the top of the order with Svoboda on deck. He does hit it out to left field. It looks like Jones is under it. Makes the catch. Tagging at third. Going to be a play at third base. Oh, out is the call. He overslid the bag.
Wow. He must have come off the bag. But
Yeah,
otherwise
he overslid the bag. That was what happened. Because he beat the throw. The throw wasn't even fielded cleanly.
Maybe we can get
And
it here.
Coach Kusi is not happy with it, but we'll have to get another look on this. This is Quincy Jones. The throw from left field.
A nice throw. Short lets it go through, and
Was he off the bag? I don't know. Was he off? That was Pether there.
the ball was on his shoulder. As you said, the ball wasn't fielded clean. Huh.
Well, I can't say I saw his hand come off the bag. And Kusi seems to have a bewildered look on his face. He certainly didn't agree with the call.
I couldn't see when the instant when he would have come off that bag, but it's not impossible that it happened.
In any event, the Czechs strand a runner in the top of the second, and it's still 1-1.
A nice throw by Quincy Jones in left field.
So here we go again. Because I don't think he could have got the tag before he touched it, because it didn't look like he had possession of it. The ball was kind of, it took him a while to come up with that, but well, Emerald Lawrence, here's a guy that seems to be in the middle of everything. We just saw him have a big part of that play at third base. And he's now coming up to lead off the bottom of the second inning.
Well, we saw earlier today, he definitely has some pop in his bat. Sending one far over, maybe even to the size of a river past left field.
That pitch was easy to lay off of. And of course, we have also seen that when he gets on base, he can be a handful for pitchers and catchers and defense to deal with.
Absolutely. Any slight misplay and he's going to take the extra base.
Takes a big cut there. 1-1 the count.
That was a long swing.
One and two. So Lawrence goes down, swing, one away.
Big strike out there for Bala, getting that first out of the inning. Especially a threat like Lawrence is.
Well, now Beaumont, the catcher. He pops that one up. The question is it going to stay in play?
Oh,
Just out of play.
Just drops out. Bowman has another life. We saw some real power from Bowman this afternoon too. So batting in the 7th spot this evening.
That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 the count.
That looks like Bala has found his groove this inning.
Well, he just catches the outside corner.
A beautiful pitch that did hit that outside corner, and Myrtle doesn't wait even for the umpire's call on that, throws it down to first base as a strikeout.
Well, Ropp now the right fielder.
Let's see if Bala can set down this Dutch. In order.
He's got a lot of these guys behind these pitches. Inside 2-1.
Just missed there. Outfield playing him very deep. Left fielder's almost at the warning track.
2-2. And that's sharply hit to third base, off the third baseman, and the recovery. That was off Korchak. Kosol recovered it and made the throw to first to get the out.
Just your average, everyday 5-6-3 put out.
So the Dutch go down in order as we'll take another look at that. Lucky that it went right to Kosol on that play. So the Dutch go down in order in the bottom of the second, and we're still 1-1. Top of the order for the Czechs in the bottom of the third inning. Sorry, the top of the third inning. Václav Svoboda.
Svoboda had a strikeout his first time up.
Lays off the high pitch.
That ball absolutely rifled into the gap between right and center field. He was thinking, Svoboda was thinking 3 and may have actually made it, but why take the chance with no outs? Here he is, he's looking at his coach. No.
Yeah, that would have been far too risky going to third base on that play. So now Merkel up to bat with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. And he put the ball on the ground and got through. And that's where he scores Svoboda. Play at the plate, no. RBI single for Myrtle.
Kopečný.
And another hit. This one's screaming foul on the third base side.
Well, Myrtle was absolutely first ball hitting. Myrtle was first ball hitting, and here we have Kopečný first ball hitting.
Yep. That misses 1-1.
Myrtle decided not to advance to second on that throw home.
That one misses high. 2-1. Oh, and Nieuwenhuizen does not agree with that call.
Well, it almost seems like the Czechs have suddenly figured out.
Fouled away. 2-2. Count. So Kopečný with the full count, nobody out. Runner on first base, he calls time.
Conference on the mound, they're probably just trying to settle him down.
Kopečný settling back into the batter's box. Count full. He slapped someone away. Is it foul? Yes, foul. That would have, he might have been an inside the park home run if that had caught the line and gone into the corner there.
Just about half a meter.
Merrill definitely would have scored, and he was running from first on that play.
You're right, it rolled all the way down into that bullpen area, and that's a long run for the left fielder. He may have gotten, here it is, let me see where it lands.
That one slices. It is getting loud here. Fouls it off himself. Kopečný and Nieuwenhuizen.
Oh, this is the most solid contact they've had against Nieuwenhuizen all day.
Throw grounder to second base for one. He got the out at second base. Got the lead runner.
Nice play there.
Polonius. He made several nice plays at second base early today. Went to Dykhoff for the out. No play at first base, though. Tomáš Klein. One out.
Klein had a big hit.
Puts it on the ground. Lorenz fields it and throws it away. Some confusion in the base pass. Did they pass each other? Did they pass each other on the base pass? That is the question. And yes, according to the home plate umpire, they did.
Did they actually pass each other?
They
came
have been
close.
called out. I don't know why he was retreating to first base there.
Why? Now here we have the play. Did they pass each other?
Well,
it looks like they did.
It looked like the first base umpire actually tripped.
But the home plate umpire called it. What in the world was
I'm just wondering why he was going back to first base.
He must have thought it was a line drive.
I guess so. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe he was running on the pitch. He was running on the pitch. He was running on the pitch.
So he wasn't watching.
He was stealing. There they pass each other.
So that's just one of those unfortunate things for the Czechs. Just well, the hit the ground right in front of the plate and then went up. So if you weren't watching at that moment, you could have thought that.
Well, he was stealing the base. It was either a hit and run or he was stealing, but he was off. He was stealing. He was stealing.
He probably maybe saw that. He thought that was a throw back to first to try to double him up.
Yep. There they passed. There we see the umpire falling down. Wow.
There's something you don't see every day. In fact, I can probably count on one hand the number of times I've seen that in my life. Well, so 2 out now, and which runner? Kopechny's at second base.
Oh wait, so Kopechny goes to second base. So the runner that is out is actually Klein, because he passed Kopechny. Okay.
So we've got anyway Kasal up to bat now, and he's got a strike. The question, it seems, over how many out there are now.
Well, it'll be a shame if the Czechs just come away with 1 run this inning. They've hit the ball hard.
Ooh. Oh, that hit him hard.
Oof.
That made a sound after it hit, when it hit his helmet.
That ricocheted off his helmet over the fence, over the first base side.
Well, they're even going over there to make sure he's okay, because nobody wants anybody to get hurt here.
Wow. We see that again.
So now 2 on and 2 outs for Kolu. Big catch from Kolu.
Kolu grounded out to the third baseman his first time up.
Fouled off, 1 and 2.
That caught the catcher in the hand.
Yeah.
Beaumont's shaking his hand.
Even the home plate umpire, Kara Smile, of course, he got hit by that foul ball earlier in the game. Some mutual understanding there. Outside, 2 and 2.
Well, this is a bizarre inning, but some real excitement here coming from the stands.
Well, yeah, and the Dutch with a chance, thanks to a base running blunder, the Dutch with a chance to get out of here with only 1 run against. Ground ball to shortstop. Coley played to first. Got him. That was Dykhoff. Feel that the only play he had was to first base, and he got it.
It looked like he had a hard time getting the ball out of his glove. But
so
he
the
got
Czechs
there.
get 1, and in the middle of the 3rd inning, they lead 2-1.
penalty.
Now, welcome to the bottom of the third inning. Up to the plate is Delfina, center fielder. Takes a cut at the first pitch, strike one, fouled back. Let's see if Bala can keep up the rhythm that he started last inning. Czechs now with a 2-1 lead. Could have been more last inning, but they ran themselves out of a larger. Over the head of the charging third baseman, a bunt attempt. But luckily for the Czechs, it went foul. Delfina with 2 strikes on him, 2-1. I'm sorry, 0-2.
Delfina, the number 9 hitter. Then we'll go back to the top of the order. He's playing center field. Thought about that pitch. Wanted to protect with 2 strikes. Delfina, the number 9 hitter. Remember, he was the leadoff hitter in the game earlier today. That pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. Basically, in the lineup, they switched Delfina and Jones.
So far, it hasn't paid out. Jones struck out his first time up, but Delfina ends up being the leadoff hitter for the third inning.
Goes upstairs. Swinging strike 3. 1 out. Quincy Jones back to the top of the order.
He's made some nice plays in left field today. Struck out his first time up.
Strike on the outside corner.
But they've fed Jones a steady diet of high fastballs, and it's 2 times up so far.
Fouls it off, 0-2. After getting into some trouble in the first inning, Bala really humming along since then.
Absolutely.
Gets him going upstairs for strike 3 again. 2 kickouts, 2 strikeouts for Bala.
The very same sequence we saw in the first inning with Jones. High fastballs after getting ahead of the count.
Glensik Polonius, the second baseman.
Polonius had a double his first time up.
Inside, ball 1. As Merkel tried to frame that one.
Bala thought he had a pitcher's pitch there.
Outside, 2-0.
They won that pitch again, but that's umpire saying that's too far high or too high inside.
Polonius being patient at the plate. Throws bunt. Takes a called strike.
Well, they got the call that time. It seemed like an identical pitch as the one before.
It's funny how often that 3-0 pitch gets called a strike. Fouled away, and we've got a full count. Well, if there were any runners on base, they'd be running now. All 4.
Just missed inside with that one. Polonius is on base for the second time today.
So the Dutch trying to get things going with 2 out now.
We gonna see a stolen base here. Polonius with some speed he showed before.
They've shown that in center field as well. That one's outside for a ball.
Dickoff with a ringing single his first time up.
Gets a piece of that one. Off the bat and then off the catcher's glove. Strike 1 and 2.
Nice pitch there by Bala.
Chops it up the middle, it gets through. Going to stop at second. Polonius thought about third. Decided to hold up.
Another high bouncer, and Dickoff has his second hit of the night. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Javier. Flew out to right field his first time up.
Got that open stance we said earlier.
Interesting decision not to have Polonius steal second with 2 outs. That ground ball up the middle would have been a run. Look at that open stance there by Javier. Well, earlier this evening, the Czechs had a good two-out rally, so maybe it's the Dutch turn to turn the table.
Sort of waves at that one.
Completely fooled with that pitch. It was a feeble attempt to make contact.
2. Runner's still not going anywhere.
Able to lay off of that high fastball.
Off the plate, full count. And now the runners will be going. Fouled it off.
A double foul.
Feel the tension building right now. Javier up to bat, a chance to drive in a run. Puts the ball on the ground and is foul again. It's Javier and Ala in quite a battle right now.
This is a duel. Already going into probably what's the 7th or 8th pitch of the at-bat. Runner is going again. A hit here to the gap brings in 2.
Puts it on the ground to shortstop. Runner in front of him. Up and down. Got him! That was Casa. The runner ran right in front of him. Obscured his vision for a little bit. Didn't feel it cleanly, but recovered. Made the throw. First for the out.
Well, it was the 3rd attempt. He bobbled the ball, tried to pick it up, bobbled it again, but still had time to pick it up a 3rd time and throw out the runner. Javier. Here we see it. 1, 2, 3. 3 times a charm.
That was very close, but I think he got it.
Yeah.
So, the Dutch threaten, but after 3 innings, still 2-1 for the Czech Republic.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
So Petr to lead off the Czechs in the top of the 4th inning.
Tomáš Petr got on base with a walk his first time up.
Takes a ball from Nieuwenhuizen, who's now in his 3rd inning of work. He pops it up.
That's going to make the stands. So we've got Petr, Nezbeda, and Kurčák, the bottom of the order coming up now. The Czechs would love to get a few of these players on base and have their big guns coming up.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Nice job laying off that ball just off the outside corner.
Ball 4. So the first runner is aboard in the 4th inning for the Czech Republic.
That's the second time Petr's worked himself a walk. He's on base 2 times. Nesbeta has also had a walk, so the bottom of the order getting on base is at least the 7th and the 8th spots.
Nesbeta showed bunt briefly, then pulled it back as the pitch was inside. Bunt again. Fouls it off, or did he foul it?
I don't think he fouled it. I think he just got away from
the ball's live because Petr went down to second base.
Yeah, well, there's a bunt attempt. Didn't make contact. The ball got away, hit against the backstop, and ricocheted towards the third base dugout. So it worked as good as a bunt. Bunt sign probably off right now, and
well, it works better than a bunt because he's still alive. He could still bunt to get him over to third.
And they're expecting that, looks like.
But he swings away. Fakes him back to third. That was Lorenz, and then over to first to get the out.
Nice play there by Lorenz at third. Petr wasn't going anywhere, but so as it fails to advance the runner further than second base.
Korczak now the batter with 1 out.
Korczak flew to left field, flew out to left field his first time up.
He takes a ball as we can see the runner, Petr, in the foreground there. And now we see a selfie opportunity. 2-0. Beaumont threatens to throw down to second.
Korczak would love to poke one right through the hole between shortstop and third right now.
That's a pretty big one. 3-0. First base is open. With the top of the order coming up, they'd rather have the out, but instead, they now have the top of the Czech order coming up with 2 on and 1 out.
Well, that's now the 4th base on ball issued to the Czech 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters. So good job getting on base for the Czechs in the bottom of the order. Brings up Svoboda. He struck out and had to line that double to right center.
Now a defensive conference for the Dutch. we do see action down in the Dutch bullpen. Hard to tell who that is. I guess that's Blunken, number 38.
Yes, it is Blunken.
Nieuwenhuizen still pitching to Svoboda. Gets a called strike. The Dutch have escaped a couple jams in this game, and they'd love to again. They do throw to second base now, but it gets into center field. Petter's going to go to third, and both runners move up.
Wow, that was a gift.
And
Now
Beaumont takes his mask off, and he's upset with himself right now.
Well, he's got to get that throw. Tough on the second baseman going to the bag. His momentum carrying him there. He can't get back to get his body in front of the ball to block that.
The throw was definitely to the second base side of the bag, behind the baseman. So the 1-1 was Svoboda, 2-1.
I don't even think they would have gotten him with a good throw to second base. It wasn't even that close.
He had faked a couple times that he was going to throw down there.
Ooh.
Comes in there and blows it by him. 2-2.
That was a big cut, Svoboda.
Well, he was thinking about 2 RBIs and possibly 3.
2 strikes. He's got to shorten his swing and make contact here.
Goes to the backstop. They are going to send Petter. Stands up, scores 3-1. And Myrtle down to second. Sorry, down to third.
Well, again, the backstop, we've seen lots of ricochets all day today coming off that backstop, but today, this time, it just hit the padding and died there. Long run for the catcher.
Right off the glove. And as I was saying before, the Dutch have, in a couple of innings, dodged some bullets, but now deep to center field. Could this go? It's gone! 2 more Czech runs as Svoboda goes over the center field fence. And it's now 5-1 Czech Republic.
That was a beautiful swing, low and outside. He just flicks that ball. Reaches out and flicks that ball over the center field fence. So take a look at the swing. Oh my, it may have not have been a strike. It was low and outside. What power in those arms. That was basically reaching out and flicking the ball over the fence.
Yeah, So now the Dutch are going to make a pitching change. And we'll see who it is.
Well, they'll have to. Nieuwenhuizen
It looks like the magic that Nieuwenhuizen had earlier has all dried up.
He pitched valiantly, especially today when he's called on in relief. He shut down the Czech team, but this seemed to be a different strategy, a different approach to hitting him, and so far it's worked out 5-1 right now. Still threatening, still only 1 out, so.
Well, look who's coming in a pitch now.
Interesting. So whoever was warming up in the bullpen is going to stay out of the game. And the starter from this earlier game. Lorenz is coming in relief.
And he certainly did not have a spectacular outing earlier today.
No, absolutely not. In fact, he was lucky to leave that game just 2 or 3 runs down when he left.
Well, in that game earlier today, especially when the Dutch went ahead and built a big lead, this park was pretty quiet. It's not now. It's
Substitution here, you can see pitching Lorenz.
So it's Lorenz goes to pitch to third base. Goes Dix. And he hits Myrtle with the first pitch in the foot.
Myrtle had earlier grounded out and singled. So this is the second time on base for him.
Well, Patrick Kopechny now.
He's doubled and hit into a fielder's choice.
Still one out here in the top of the 4th inning. Two and 0. That's in there for a strike.
Lorenz is asking where that was. He thought he had a strike there with that off-speed pitch.
Well, I saw that, but I think the pitch was certainly high. And that one's certainly low, ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out for Klein.
He's doubled, and he was also grounded out to third, got on base with an error, and was involved in that strange play when he actually passed the runner coming back from second base and was called out.
Yeah, that prevented that last inning from possibly becoming a big inning for the Czechs. Instead, it's happened this inning. Fouls that one back.
Catcher Beaumont checking to see if his glasses are still intact after taking that one off the mask.
Ball goes to the backstop. Both runners move up, second and third. He hits that one up to the middle. It's Polonius who fields it over to first, gets the out. The Czechs get one more. 2 out now, 6-1.
Good bit of hitting there, hitting at the ground ball to the right side, get the run home.
With 2 out, Casal comes to bat. Did he check his swing? Well, I think the ball was a strike anyway.
Castle slide out to left field, and he also got beamed in the helmet the last time up.
Foul ball, out of play. Two and two. Full count.
Just missed inside on that one.
Hits him in the elbow.
Oh, second time today.
I think he was wearing some kind of guard on there.
Yeah. Castle gets on base courtesy of a hit by pitch. This time not as frightening, getting hit in the elbow protector as opposed to the helmet. Mikhail Kolik up, he's grounded out twice.
He takes low ball one.
Nice pick there by Beaumont, preventing that runner from first going to second.
Swing and a miss. As Casal gets down to second without a throw. So once again, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out. 2-1 the count. A pitch to the backstop again, play at the plate, safe. Kopechny scores, 7-1 Czech Republic. Casal down to third.
That was a very close play at the plate. The backflip by the catcher didn't look, flicked it back, and Laurence thought he had the tag in time. I'd like to see another look at that if we can. That was closer than I expected it to be. Here it is. Ball gets passed. Now look at Laurence. No, he's safe.
Yeah. Ground ball to the middle, Polonius over to first for the out. So they finally get out of the inning, but not before the Czechs score 5 runs and have now opened up a 7-1 lead. So the Dutch go to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning with their work cut out for them. Kvas, the designated player, leading off the inning.
He grounded out to first base his first time up.
He's ahead 1-0 now. There was an appeal on that play, but he did not go. Fouled almost right to us. One and two. He fouls that one away.
Playing him close to the line at third. Big hole between short and third.
Hits that one in the outfield. Oh no, it's at third base. Korchak gets under it, makes the catch.
Well, that's exactly what Bala wants. After a big inning to get that first batter.
So Emerson Lawrence, who is now the Dutch pitcher, trying to help his own cause. Takes a big cut, strike one.
Well, first down low, come back with a high fastball. And Lawrence is up there flailing.
And he does. 1, 2, 3. Down goes Lawrence. 2 quick outs for Bala here in the 4th inning.
Second K of the night for Lawrence. Brings up Beaumont. It's also K'd his first time up.
Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back to the backstop. Two. Strike three.
Wow.
Paula with 2 strikeouts to end the 4th inning. We go to the 5th. Czech Republic in the lead, 7-1.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Substitution here in the pitching circle. Let's see pitching Angel Brinken. Přidání na nahozu. Nahazovat v této směně bude Angel Brinken s číslem 38. A na pálku s číslem 2 Tomáš Petr. Tomáš Petr.
Well, we've got a pitching change for the Netherlands for the bottom of the 5th inning. As Petr leads off and fouls off the first pitch.
Angel Brunken's come in. Has a 5.53 ERA through the 6 innings he's pitched in this tournament. Tomáš Petr's been on base twice this game, both on walks. He's the one that started it off last inning, or also with a walk, scored.
Two and one. Brunken's going to try to find the strike zone. Now what happened there? That was ball 4, I guess.
They're claiming that it actually hit.
They're claiming that it hit the bat, I think. I'm not sure if it hit. It hit something. The umpires are going to confer. I'm not sure what it hit, to be honest.
No, it didn't seem like Petr reacted like it hit him.
Well, we'll see what the result is. Oh, they're sending him back to home plate. He's not arguing, so he might even know it didn't hit him. And as you said, he didn't immediately make any motion to go to first base.
So I guess they'll call it a foul ball then.
That will make the count full.
It hit something.
That will be ball 4.
Third walk of the game for Petr. He's been on base every time up.
Now Jiří Nezběda
He's also been on base courtesy of a walk his first time up. Well, one interesting stat here is that in his 6 1/3 innings, Angel Bruken has 11 walks. So some control problems obviously follow him to the circle.
throw down to first. Petr gets back. That pitch is a called strike. But it gets away from Beaumont, and Petr gets down to second. Ground ball to third base. Lorenz checks the runner, goes to first, gets the out. 1 down.
Nice play by the first baseman. The throw took him off the base, but he's tagged the runner as he goes by. Javier makes a nice decision. And there you are. No, he doesn't. Just gets out of the way.
Jiří Korčák.
Korčák's got on base last time, courtesy of a walk, and scored a run.
Up the middle, it goes through for a single. That's going to score a run. In comes Petr to make it 8-1. As Korčák with an RBI single.
That's the bottom of the order again, doing damage here for the Czech team.
Gets a piece of it. That's going to be a foul ball when Beaumont gets it in foul territory. Looks like the manager for the Netherlands is arguing that it hit him outside the batter's box.
I think he may have an argument there. I thought it hit him as he's running to it.
Which would mean he's out.
Towards first base.
The last time Svoboda came up, he really broke the game open.
With a home run, he's had quite a day with a double and a home run. Struck out his first time up.
That's inside 2-1.
Still only 1 out, 8-1.
popped up 3-2. Well, on all of these batters, Brunken seems to be throwing a lot of pitches.
That's right, and going deep into the count. A lot of 3-2 counts.
Punches that up the middle. Maybe a chance to a double play. Yes, double play. That was Dykhoff to Polonius to Javier.
Nice play there.
There haven't been a lot of highlights for the Dutch this game, but they pull off their second double play of the day. They're out of that inning, giving up 1 run. And in the middle of the 5th inning, as we'll take another look at it. Very close at first base.
Very close, but the right call. Nice turn there by the second baseman.
So the Dutch coming to bat in the bottom of the inning, trailing 8-1.
Na kruhu Michala Balu střídá číslem 30 Jonáš má. Na odběr number 8 Gardner Rá. Zapálcený číslem 8 Gardner Rá.
So we got a new pitcher for the Czechs. Mach. Raps his first offering into center field, so the Dutch have their leadoff hitter aboard.
Well, Rapp last time up struck out, but that was a clean single in the center field.
Now with nobody out and a runner on first,
Jonas
batter
Mach
is Delfina.
Sorry, Derek. Jonas Mach is 2-0 this tournament. Has allowed no runs.
He fouls that first pitch. 0-1 to Delfina. Both batters connecting on the first pitch from Mach.
Oh, an absolutely tremendous outing by Mala to hold this Dutch team to 1 run over 4 innings.
He struggled early a bit, but then really got going last little while. Pops it up, that's going to be out of play. 0-2.
In 6 innings of work in this tournament, Mark has 10 strikeouts and 5 walks.
One and 2 the count.
Delfina struck out his first time up.
And he strikes out a second time up too. 1 out.
Nice little sequence there from Mark, gets him on the high fastball. Little conference there.
We're going to get a pinch hitter now for the Dutch. I believe it's
Matthew Scholten.
He's batting for Quincy Jones. Though I bet if he gets on base, we'll probably see Jones re-enter, because he's quite fast. He's in the lineup for his defense and his speed on the base paths. So I think they probably think Scholten more likely to get on base.
Well, Jones has had his struggles this game. He struck out both times up, but Scholten's only hitting 200 for the tournament. Only up 5 times though with 1 hit.
Ground ball, it's going to find the hole between third base and shortstop, so the Dutch now have first and second with 1 out.
Oh, nice pinch hitting. Hit that ball hard.
See, so now he goes up to 333. And back to the top of the order. Well, that was already the top of the order. Polonia now batting.
Polonia has a productive day this evening game with a double and a walk.
Fans making some noise again. No ball 1. This is a high pitch. 1-1.
That was well out of the zone. The outfield playing Polonius slightly shallow. Straight away.
Swing and a miss. You can see Ropp on second base there. He led off this inning with a base hit up the middle. Oh, punches him out.
Wow, that was a
the
borderline
inside
hit.
corner, I guess.
I guess so. They've been wanting that pitch all evening. The umpire hasn't really given it to them, but that time they did.
So now with 2 out, it's Dykhoff.
He's got 2 hits today.
It looks like you might get 3. Safe, everybody's safe. Petr got his glove on that.
Nice play by Petr. He almost made the play there. He almost was able to push the ball to the shortstop at second base, but great job keeping that ball in the infield.
That's another hit by Dykhoff, because that will be scored a hit for sure.
Absolutely. 3
So
for
the unlucky thing is that now the Dutch have 3 hits this inning, and they're all on base now, but they haven't been able to put any of them in. But they need base runners in this situation. Now Enrique Javier with a big chance to put some runs on the board. Takes a big cut there, and that's what he seemed to have in mind.
Well, he's flown out to right field, and he's grounded out, and he's flown out to left field.
So 2 out, this is a big at-bat for the Dutch if they want to get themselves back into this game. Pops it up. Is it going to stay in play? No, it's well back. So now 0-2 to Javier.
And if you're wondering, Javier does have 1 home run this tournament. So it'd be the right time for him to go for number 2.
I think anything that gets him safely on base would be appreciated right now. Fouls another pitch off, as he's not going to go quietly in any case.
Good count now here for Mock to give him something outside the zone, either high or off speed and low, dropping out of the zone.
Well, sure, with 0-2, he's got some pitches to work with. He chases one for strike 3. So the Dutch threatened, but they could not. They loaded the bases. They could not push anyone across. And after 5 innings, they still trail 8-1. And that is going to be the game. The 7-run mercy rule. So the Czech Republic, with an 8-1 win, are through to tomorrow's final at 6 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, it will be the Netherlands against Denmark. So the Dutch trying to recover from this game. First up at 10 o'clock, however, will be the 7th place game, Croatia against Germany. We'll have that one for you to get everything started 10:30 tomorrow morning. So you can hear all the fans as they start to file towards the exit as they cheer on the Czech Republic.
Well, a big win here, obviously, for the Czechs. Got very good pitching, both starting and relief, and some timely hitting, which was lacking in the first game.
The Czechs now salute their fans. They'll see them again tomorrow night. Salute their fans. There are some of them too here. We'll see them tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow as well. So for Dan Morgan, I'm Derek McGrath saying good night from Havlíčkův.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.